And ladies and gentlemen, Game 3, PUMBA and ARONA. Winner moves on to EU playoffs. Loser is eliminated. Each team is 1-1. Bans are down in the bottom left corner. For the side of PUMBA, we've got triple Alvaro. We've seen them bring Alvaros before along with a Gdansk. And then double Ledge Moskva along with a San Martin. And double Ledge Colombo. For the side of ARONA, we have got Gdansk, Marceau, Yuyang, Marceau, as well as Sevastopol, Stalingrad, Venezia, and then St. Vincent and Ledge Colombo. So we talked about Alvaros earlier today, but Alvaros, reminder, they're going to be able to have 6.2 detect, which is fairly low still. Only thing that's out detecting them is the Yuyang, along with having, pardon me, along with having 30,000 health, which puts them at the high end of DDs. You get that, and you can do some work. Other things to be aware of: double Colombo versus Colombo St. Vincent. 1, 2, 3, 4 radars for the side of PUMBA. A real quick check on the Yuyang of ARONA tells me that that is a radar, which means that they have 1, 2, 3 radars and the Hydro of the Sevastopol. So even on radars, interesting things. You don't see Sevastopol a lot. A little bit about it in case you don't remember. 6,000 to 7,000 health. It's got strong guns. The problem with the Sevastopol is that the heavy repair teams is nice because it lasts forever, but it has a long cooldown, and you can get slapped if you're not careful. Your armament also has a 21-second reload, very similar to the Stalingrad with 380mm guns. Stalingrad, of course, is also there. It has to be in danger from the Colombos. Things to watch: double Marceau versus the Alvaros, the Yuyang Gdansk, and the fact that we got 5 caps means that we're going to see some different strategies. The double Marceau for the side of ARONA's going out there with St. Vincent, Sevastopol. That looks like they want to execute a heavy push. With how fast they're putting stuff out there, that does feel like they want to take that cap and get some control. Yuyang out to B is going to take it. Alvaro will take A. Venezia, Colombo out here to defend here. They're going to put the Stalingrad mid. It looks like they're going to put the Stalingrad on that island, which is a little different than normal, but I can see why. No cruiser because of the fact that they have 4 DDs. There's no cruiser here for the side of ARONA, while PUMBA does have the one above them with their 4 DDs set up. And so, little different pieces for each. I'm seeing a lot more traditional setup from PUMBA, a lot heavier flank setup from the side of ARONA. So the challenge becomes, if you're the side of, and we're going to go back in because shots are firing, and in, if you're the side of ARONA, you want to take the caps on the flank and try to pinch them in towards the middle. If you're PUMBA, you're trying to just set up, play time, get control of stuff slowly but surely, win that way. Early shots out onto the St. Vincent. We heard some big guns, Stalingrad shooting at the Colombo of De La Vega. Shots will hit the island, not go in. Marceau is detected. Remember, the Marceau, that is a disadvantage here. You don't have a smoke, and you don't have short detect. And so, you can see the shells coming in here onto the Marceau as those burst fire salvos hit. He's going to get away with 13,000 health, but he trades fairly even with the Alvaro. But remember, still not a great spot to be. Little bit of chip damage onto subs have no mothers. Oh, big hits onto Oxygen Atom. That Colombo Angel Killer gets some big damage. And now the focus is going to come. You smoke up one Alvaro, your weaker one, and you just let him start trying to farm out. No DCP. Yes, there's the heals, but you also have the shots coming from the side from the Moskva. This St. Vincent is in danger, because the St. Vincent has to turn in order to get himself behind, and you can see he's going to take chunks every time he does. He's healing up, but it's already gone low. Last salvo out from the Moskva, unless he beaches here. Oh no, he beaches. I don't think he intended to beach there, because that's giving the Moskva a perfect angle still on him. And he's got to back up. And a gun break. Moskva's breaking a St. Vincent's gun. Unusual. DCP coming back up for him, but Oxygen Atom's in a real bad spot right now. There's the hit for 8k. Stalingrad's shots come out. They do radar the Moskva. They know where he is, but they can't see the Alvaro in smoke. So Thraka goes into smoke as Lazarus comes out. St. Vincent is going to get himself around the island, but how much does he take? Down to 12k. 50 seconds to heal. They are so desperate, and they want this kill so bad. They've got Alvaro just opening up And he's going to go down. They don't have the heals. There it is. The Alvaro hits him on the tip with the Torp. First blood, less than 5 minutes into PUMBA. PUMBA is in charge. Now, ARONA trying to counter here, and we're going to talk about the other flank in a sec, but there's a lot of action happening here. ARONA's trying to counter by getting the Alvaro dealt with between the Gdansk, the Marceau, the Sevastopol, Hydro, and the other Marceau. They want to peel out this Alvaro, give them some control over E, and take the advantage there, because they're down 100k. We're going to swing this way real quick just to look. You can see ARONA starting to move forward here towards A. They know they need to. Yu Yang spotted Venezia behind him. San Martin in smoke. He is detected right now, but he's going to start to get up. And Stalingrad's not able to do anything at that island at sea. But let's take a look here. Marceau moving forward. Marceau's about to have angle. You can see the other one having angle. Watch for the shots on ARONA's Sevastopol. Shots just missed. Colombo, if those shots had hit, that would have been big. Or was that Moscow? That might have been Moscow. No. Marceau of Chestnut spotted, by the way. He's got to run. He opened up, and the Alvaro spots him, and he's trying to sit the island edge and live. 3,600, 1,400 health left. Thraka is going to go down here. That'll be the trade kill back for the side of PUMBA. But they're trying to trade out, and they get the trade onto the Marceau. Alvaro does go down, but it costs them yet another ship. And watch these torps. These torps are not going to have the angle onto the Sevastopol. And now Lazarus does become the focus, but the Colombo going to open up with that sap. 8 to 10k off. Here comes the next sap set. Another 8 to 10k off. He's hurt. Marceau spot, and ARONA's push at DE has just been met masterfully. Masterfully. Blech, cannot talk right now. They get them in, and they take so much advantage. It's 2-to-1 ship advantage for the side of PUMBA. Yes, you've taken a lot of damage, but 60,000 health still an advantage. Now the time comes, how much more can you gain if you're the side of PUMBA over there? Because here comes that push we talked about. Venezia and Yu Yang are moving forward. It's a desperation play. The Colombo's coming, but he doesn't have the shot line quite yet. How much can they get? Venezia does have smoke. He's going to pop the smoke here probably. Yep. This cross torp was a nice cross torp, just a little bit too far in front. Sevastopol of Yorozono does go down to the Colombo. That's a third kill. PUMBA in strong position. There's the radar from the Gdansk. It'll catch the Yu Yang. Yu Yang doesn't have the radar. Gdansk will immediately smoke up. Venezia does put a blind shot out onto the San Martin. It's going to smack the San Martin. Second shot is just going to miss. Yu Yang in danger. ARONA about to lose. If they lose the Yu Yang, it's really over at that point. It's 3 to 2 on caps. The points lead is 270 and growing. ARONA has to retreat from E, and the only thing they're doing is they are stopping C with the Stalingrad. Stalingrad might be able to take it, because I don't know if the Gdansk has range right now. But man, ARONA in dire straits. They need to stop the bleeding if they want any chance at winning this. And so you watch, here come the shots on the Colombo of Cornered Fox in from Angel Killer. Shots are in, 13k off of him. A is being taken by the side of ARONA. They are pushing the cap successfully at this point. Yu Yang got back in. The Venezia managed to force it, the San Martin and Alvaro far enough away for him to get back in. So ARONA is now on win con for the moment. That's going to change pretty shortly. E is going to be touched here by the Alvaro fairly soon. The Moskva of Cursed Suffering knows where ships are. They know where the Marceau and Gdansk are. And the move is happening. Stalingrad's going to be next on the chopping block. And so Cornered Fox is going to go down here. He's not going to get the heal up in time. And that comboed with the cap take will firmly tick this back in favor by a minute and a half of PUMBA. PUMBA's still in strong spot. Colombo coming up on the Stalingrad. They're looking for him. Colombo does have the AA on, so Hai Shuai now knows that he's getting pinched. The problem is, what can he do about it? And so you look, and we're going to take a quick look while we have a second. The problem for Arona is, yes, you have these 3 caps, but you just don't have points or ships right now. You're going to lose the Stalingrad in a second because he's going to get pinched. You're moving these 2 back in, but you got to get these 2 out real quick, and we're going to get back to the action because it's moving in. Stalingrad, like I said, he's moving forward because he knows he's got to trade out. I expect a potential chance at the Ram here. Try to take advantage. I don't see... I do see Ram flag, yeah. Ram flag on both of them. So I could see it because now that you've waited so long, the problem is you waited so long, and boom. You take so much, and now the Ram you get is going to be worth so much less. You might have survived a full health Ram onto the Moskva because of your inherent health advantage. But no shot now. Your Ram's going to take both you out unless you break the guns. Alvaro is down to 2,000. De La Vega is at 67,000. I expect to see the Gdansk open up on him a little bit more. Colombo doing a good job to dodge the Torps coming in, and we'll watch that second set of Marceau. Marceau, if subs have no mother, is spotted. Back in here on this Stalingrad fight. So the Colombo takes the cap. Just a minute 23. Stalingrad looking for it. The Marceau goes down back there. Talked about that. Oh, Stalingrad's looking for the drive-by. He gets the drive-by. Well played by Arona's Stalingrad. Buys them a little bit of time, but it's not nearly enough. Especially if the Gdansk goes down here. 48 seconds till victory. You're losing a cap again. You just don't have the ships. Unless you get the lucky kill right there onto the Alvaro. You do not. And your Gdansk goes down. 15 seconds. That will do it, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner. And moving on to playoffs with a 2-1 series victory over the team of Arona will be PUMBA. It was a hard-fought battle. Arona just didn't quite have the answer to PUMBA this series. And PUMBA moves on.
We stand victorious.
That's a great logo, by the way. I just noticed it.